Hey gang, this is Mike with my Real Estate Dojo, and today's lesson's about why I love subject twos. Now, you guys know that I'm a buy and hold guy, and subject twos is a great strategy that I can use to monetize and decrease my risk and use other people's money instead of using my own cash. Yes, I still need some cash for maybe rehab or marketing or things of that nature, but it doesn't require as much cash as an auction investor. I've already done a video about what an auction investor is, so take a look at that. Now, there's a lot of reasons why I love subject twos. Lucky, come up. Sorry guys, I'm at the Rocky Mountains. My dog's over there wandering, so I want to make sure he's okay. All right, so there's a lot of reasons I like subject twos. Okay, number one is that I'm able to step into the seller's shoes and take over their payments, and so that's number one. I don't have to come up with my own cash. I could just take over the motivated seller's underlying loan and just step in their shoes and make their payments. The second thing I love about subject twos is that I'm not getting in debt with my own social security or my company's IEN number, employee identification number. So neither me or my company, LLC, is getting into debt. We're not using our EIN or our social security. Therefore, the seller is becoming the lender in the case, which means that this is very important. When any other banking company or you pull your own credit up, that debt is not going to come underneath your liabilities, which is a great thing. Number three reasons why I love subject twos is that I negotiate a non-recourse loan. And what I mean by that is that if I happen to default, which I never do because I do what I promise, so I wouldn't be taking over people's notes. But if I happen to default for whatever reason, that the seller will only come after the property and not after me personally. Where if you go with a traditional loan, let's say from a Bank of America or Wells Fargo, whatever lender institution, you have to personally sign a personally note, which means that if you default, not does the lender take over the property, but two, they ruin your credit, okay, and you're personally reliable for it. Where in the case of a subject to, I negotiate a non-recourse loan where the lender, which happens to be the motivated seller, if I default, they only take the collateral and they don't come after me personally, okay, because I let them know in the beginning that, hey, this is the way I could only do it to help them out. Another great reason why I love subject twos is that the amortization. Now, whenever you get a loan, let's say from whatever lender, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, whatever lender it is, they used to do a 15 or 30-year amortization, which means for the first few years, you're paying out of your monthly payments, majority of it goes towards interest, and very small amount it goes towards principal reduction. So every month, let's say if you pay $1,000, this much is going towards interest, and only this much is going towards principal reduction. So it takes about a good 6 to 10 to 15 years where the amortization is now in the borrower's favor, where every month they make the $1,000 payments, majority of money now is going to principal reduction instead of interest reduction. Okay, so coming back to the story, I love the amortization part because when I take over a seller's mortgage, they might be in the home for, I don't know, 5 years, 15 years. I take over their payment. They already paid so much of that amortization interest off, and now majority of it is into the payments I make go towards the principal reduction instead of the interest, which is a really benefit for me because I'm not living in the property, my renters are in there, so every month they pay, they're reducing that debt balance a lot more for me, okay, because of the amortization setting right now. Anyways, another powerful reason why I love subject twos is because I'm able to leverage my money more. Okay, so let's say I had 50K in the bank, or if I had 100K, or if I had $1 million K, whatever it is. Okay, instead of being able to limit to go buy 10 properties cash, or be able to go get under debt with a lender. Okay, and the bank now allows me to say, okay, no, you could only get 6 or you could only get 7 houses, and I'm at the mercy of them. I don't have to deal with their fucking bureaucracy bullshit rules. Okay, I have unlimited access because as more I'm able to be creative, the more I can set up different structures, do owner financing, subject twos, wraps, so many different strategies out there. So subject twos are a very fantastic way to ascertain property and leverage it out so you could have more money. And the good thing is the debt is not under your name, like I talked about the first few benefits. You could get a non-recourse loan, it's not under your name, okay? Which is a very, very powerful way to invest. Another reason why I love subject twos is I could buy a subject two and then turn around and owner finance it. Now I'm the lender. So let's say my original loan was only like 5%, and I turn it around and owner finance it to somebody with somebody that can't qualify for a loan for many reasons. Maybe because they're good people and that fell off the horse, or maybe they're self-business owners. They got 100K in the bank, but the lenders are too ignorant to give them money because they don't fit into their cookie cutter. So whatever, these guys have 10, 20, 40, 50 grand down. They're good people. They just can't get a loan. And so I get that 5% loan, and I turn around and wrap it around and do owner financing and do 10% for the new buyer, and I'm getting the spread, and I'm becoming the bank. So whatever my payments were, let's say $1,000 a month, now I'm selling it to this other guy for $1,500, and I'm getting the difference between that after subtracting the interest and taxes and all that stuff, okay, and insurance. So subject twos are a very, very powerful way because you can become a lender as well in the process that I just explained. There's so many other benefits to it, okay? If you're a fix and flipper, for example, instead of going to the auction and your home is 100K, instead of just buying it 100K and then you have to put 20K into the repair, so you need to have 120K, why not just advertise $2,000 or $3,000, find a motivated seller, and then let them carry the note. You just put the rehab money, the 20K into the property or whatever it is, have them deed you the property, you do the rehab money. Once you sell the property, then you pay them off, okay? Or pay their loan off, or whatever you negotiate, the loan and the difference for their equity, or whatever the fuck you guys came up with. So it allows you to save a lot of money as an investor, even if you're a fix and flipper, if you're buy and hold, like a guy like me. All right, I'm kind of out of breath because the altitude is pretty high, but there's a lot of different benefits of subject to wraps, owner financing, okay? Let me see if I can think up any other ones because I'm just freestyling it. It's not like I practice. Hey, isn't it so beautiful? It's so quiet out here. Okay, here's another good one. On a subject to, whenever you go get a bank loan, man, you got to pay all this junk fees like loan generation fee, carrier fee, this fee, that fee, all this junk fee at the title company, and you get to bypass that, or from the brokers, the loan broker, you get to bypass that because you just took a subject to. So that original seller paid for all that junk fee, and you didn't have to, okay? And now you're in control. You're able to have your closing as small as you want, anywhere from like $750, or you can have as fancy as you want to, like $2,000 or $3,000. But now you're in control. Where if you go with traditional lender, you're not in control anymore. You're basically on a chain because that's how they structure it. Where if you go this path, you're able to structure and be more in control, which is another powerful benefit of subject twos. So anyways, that's a few powerful ideas why I love subject twos. If you guys have any other ideas why you love subject twos that I forgot, please list it below, and let's help the community out. Anyways, guys, this is 2016. Don't take no for an answer. If you like these videos, please like, please comment, please share. See you later, gang.